Internazionale Milano has changed tactics over the years, accommodating the most illustrious managers' philosophies. However, during the past seasons has been only one constant, and that constant is Simone Inzaghi's relentless pursuit of great football. This is Alessandro Bastoni, and this is Stefan De Vrij. They are both centre-backs, but don't look like it in these two pictures. Simone Inzaghi's philosophy, at least according to the past 4 matches I was able to watch, is to create fluid movement on the pitch, irrespective of the players' positions. And I find that this is seen more in his team's defensive part of the tactic rather than the offensive one. This is the formation, which in the game looks harmless, standard 3-5-2. But these two centre-backs try their best to overlap and become wingers hugging the sidelines, while the wing-backs try their best to make room for their movement. In this game, against Atletico Madrid, thanks to some overloads on the right side, Alessandro Bastoni ended up being a free man on the left side. And where was Federico Di Marco? Here, trying to make room for his teammate to run into. And from these kind of scenarios, Inter can overthrow any defense, as the defenders don't know who to mark or to stop first. The strikers are expected to try to find space and when they do, to take advantage of it. In the game, the defenders' movements are quite hard to replicate, as you first need to train the players to think as the real-life counterparts do. But there were instances in which the defenders in my team reached positions their real-life counterparts did, and they have even scored. The right wing-back is assigned a complete wing-back role on attack duty, as we want him to be the engine on this part. The regista will march on this part here, trying to play the best passes that he can play. So, the right wing-back has to stretch the opposition's defense as much as possible. The central midfielder and the advanced playmaker need to occupy their opposition's counterparts as much as possible, so they would not be able to track the striker's runs or to press the regista. We have an advanced forward and a complete forward as strikers, Marcus Thuram and Lautaro Martinez. There are a lot of player instructions. As mentality, I went with positive, but attacking would work just fine if you are one of the top teams in the league. I wouldn't go lower than balanced unless your opponent is a Manchester City type of team. In possession, fairly narrow, play out of defense, passes shorter and higher tempo, and mixed crosses. We want swift passes from defense to attack. In transition, counter press, counter, distribute quickly and to the center defenders. And out of possession, high press and a higher defensive line. We can do this if we are the best team in the match. If you are uncertain of the dominance level your team can provide in a match, lower the defensive line to a standard one. Trigger press more often and prevent goalkeeper short distribution. Again, if you are not the best team in the match, lower the pressing and deselect the prevention of goalkeeper short distribution. We are in my building a nation safe with FC Voluntari in Romania. So far it has gone well, and since we are the best team in the league, the tactic helps. The season is not yet finished, but the tactic's impact can be seen immediately. 26 goals scored in 8 games in the league and 8 conceded. We had a hiccup against Rapid Bucharest, but other than that, we have dominated the games. We have even qualified to the Champions League phase for the first time in this save after winning 3-0 at home against Shakhtar Donetsk. This tactic promises to be a very dominant one, especially with the best players available. Simone Inzaghi is striving for fluidity on the pitch, and I do believe that more managers should do the same. When the intended movement gets pulled off by your team in a match, you just have to sit back and watch. And with this, I leave you with some of the goals I consider to be the best so far this season.